Now I just want to go over the small mechanics of the quarterback, the halfback, and the pulling guard about how they're going to work together to make the jet play or the jet sweep go. The first thing is when we put our halfback in motion, we're going to do it with a heel. We're going to pick the heel up and put it down to put him in motion at 90% speed. We're going to snap the ball on the outside foot of the backside guard, which means we will snap the ball right here in this position. Okay? So when this halfback is in his position, okay, as possibly a slot, his inside foot is up, back, his outside foot is up, so that when he steps, he takes a T-step where he keeps his foot just like that pulling guard is. Well, he'll be at the most efficient, fastest horizontal runner he can be. So what he's going to do is pick this foot up and put it down and push off this foot and run as hard as he can. When he reaches the outside foot of this guard, the quarterback is going to say, set, go. They will snap the ball on the S of the set. As he snaps the ball, the guard will start to pull. He will pull straight down the line of scrimmage. The quarterback stops here, and he will reverse pivot. So the quarterback will reverse pivot and hand the ball off at the inside foot of the front side guard, the guard that has just pulled. Now, as this halfback has received the ball, he is running at full speed. He will catch the pulling lineman and he will put his hand on the butt of the pulling lineman. Okay? Now, he has to keep this spacing. And he might have to slow down. He does not want to run by him. Now he will read, the pulling guard will read the block of the wingback, and the puller, the jet sweep man, will read the pulling guard's block. So, if the pulling guard goes upfield and logs his defender, we will go hash, numbers, sideline, down the field, running away from all the defenders. However, sometimes we get force players that come from nowhere and come across the line of scrimmage, and they have to be kicked out by the pulling guard. That is another reason why we're hand away. Because if he comes in here and just takes that pulling guard out, we need room not to fall down in the pile that might ensue. So we will simply see him kick out, he will step up inside that hole, and then he will break again out to hash, numbers, and sideline. In our jet offense, sometimes we don't use extended motion or jet motion across the formation. Sometimes it's imperative that we've got to use deep motion or three-step motion. And when we use three-step motion, that means it's going to bring it back deep instead of across the formation. The way that we use that technique is that it's exactly the same formation. We're 1 foot from the end man line of scrimmage, but what this man now is going to do, instead of making this kind of T where it's straight ahead and parallel to the line of scrimmage, he will take a drop step and make a T, so he now has depth. So with extended motion, we've stepped straight down the line. With deep motion, we've just stepped where we've got ourselves deep. I am now about 3 yards or 3.5 yards from the ball, and I will now simply push off with this foot and run as fast as I can through the heels of the fullback to get myself into deep motion instead of jet motion.